ELENI Kassa and Dominique Hardwick were two friends who shared a seemingly unbreakable friendship. One fine day, ELENI vanished into thin air, and her lifeless body was found in the trunk of a car after 10 days. What sinister events transpired that led to her murder, and whose car became the carrier of such sinister secrets? A 500-mile police chase followed as the investigation progressed, giving the narrative an extra degree of heft. This chase ends in another disaster, transforming an already twisted story into a true criminal roller coaster. Let's delve deep into the disturbing details of the crime, but before that, please subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. The 31-year-old ELENI Kassa was reported missing in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, on November 18, 2022. 10 days later, just 500 meters from her home in Dearborn, Michigan, her body was found. Murfreesboro is known for crime rates that surpass the national average. We are going to rewind the clock and begin ELENI's story from the very start. ELENI was born in Aria, and she lost her parents at a young age. She and her brother relocated to America and settled down in Murfreesboro. ELENI's first child was born when she was 25 years old. She had to raise the child all by herself after the separation from her partner. ELENI knew how to turn a frown upside down. She enjoyed parties wearing a smile. ELENI's story doesn't end there. When she turned 31, a new chapter began, as she made the decision to find love again. She started dating a lady called Dominique Hardwick, 36. Did ELENI finally find her ideal partner this time? Unfortunately, luck was not on her side. According to those who knew them, ELENI and Dominique had a very toxic relationship. Dominique was jealous and controlling, and this made their relationship much more complicated. ELENI has made her share of mistakes, being sucked into the wrong crowd and putting her trust in the wrong people. While examining the circumstances leading to the incident, a disturbing encounter emerged. What prompted a call to the police at ELENI's flat just a few weeks before the tragic incident? On the evening of August 27th, Dominique was arrested for domestic violence, putting her in legal hot water. The starting point? An argument started mentioning texts Dominique received from another woman on her phone. As tension escalated, Dominique physically assaulted ELENI, grabbing her by the neck and pushing her against the wall, making it difficult for ELENI to breathe. The doctors confirmed that ELENI's jaw had broken during the incident. Dominique was then taken into custody and charged with 1 count of aggravated domestic abuse. 2 days later, she went to ELENI's flat with the police to pick up her personal stuff. A judge in Rutherford County issued a no-contact certificate. A few weeks later, on November 18th, ELENI failed to pick up her daughter from school. This was a huge red flag right away because she never left her daughter unattended. ELENI was last seen at the Arborbrook Apartments in Murfreesboro. Strangely, she left behind her car, phone, and keys at her flat. Unlike her regular practice, she was reported missing soon after. The community came together, and every effort was made to find her. Witnesses who were extremely concerned about ELENI's safety made every effort to locate her. They didn't cut any corners. They conducted not 1, but 2 focused canine searches over the course of more than a week. They were so determined that they searched Dominique's house in Lebanon, Tennessee. Did their desperate search prove fruitful, or did it lead to a deeper mystery? The news of ELENI's disappearance surprised her brother, who was in constant contact with ELENI. Her brother mentioned that their parents had passed away when he was 6 years old. Recalling the past, he shared, "I remember holding her hand and telling her that our mother would come back." She was only 3 years old at the time. Years later, he found himself trying to console his niece, expressing hope that this time the story would be different. The police questioned family, friends, and witnesses in order to gather as much information as possible. They issued several search warrants, including one for a house in Lebanon, where they believed Hardwick was hiding. Reportedly, she might be on her way to Michigan in Dominique's car. The police later disclosed that the license plate linked to the vehicle she may be driving had been reported in Ohio. Later, the police in Ohio and Michigan tracked the Dodge, bearing the license plate 7L87V2. Through the use of license plate readers, the police were able to locate the car in Oakland County, Michigan, which is located outside of Detroit. The authorities located Dominique's car after a suspenseful 10 days of ELENI's disappearance. They made an effort to stop it, but Dominique, who was driving the car, had other ideas. She hit the accelerator, refusing to slow down. This set off a thrilling chase, leaving the scene in the dust. Two women were inside the car, desperately trying to escape. The tension reached its peak when the car crashed into a house. The police rushed to get to the scene of the deadly crash. The officers cautiously approached the car, issuing verbal warnings to the driver. Just as they were leaning in to provide assistance, something unexpected happened. One of the car's occupants opened fire, escalating the already tense situation into a major crisis. After a brief period, the gunfire subsided. As they inched closer to the scene, they stumbled upon something chilling. One of the two occupants of the car had purposefully shot herself to death. Later, this person was identified as Dominique Hardwick, Eleni's ex-girlfriend. She had tragically taken her own life. A 9mm Glock pistol was found in the car. The police chase that started in Dearborn escalated into a dramatic shootout with police in Detroit. A shocking discovery awaited. During the car search, the officers found a woman's lifeless body in the car's trunk. This was identified as the missing Tennessee mother, ELENI Kassa. State police confirmed her identity, putting an end to the 10-day search that had captured everyone's attention. According to accounts from others who knew the couple, ELENI tried to break up with her partner and was having a tough time. ELENI's last-ditch effort to escape a turbulent relationship, a choice that would ultimately cost her life. Investigators unearthed the unexpected story, which shows that Dominique Hardwick was the one driving the damaged black Dodge Charger. Authorities searched for ELENI extensively after she vanished, but they hit a dead end. They were searching for ELENI and the Charger. Later on, the Charger's license plate was spotted in Ohio and then in Oakland County, Michigan. According to the police, an autopsy indicates that Hardwick died at the scene from what seems to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. According to Murfreesboro Police, the cause of the incident appears to have been a domestic disagreement. However, there are many questions regarding the specifics of ELENI's death, including how she died or was killed. The law enforcement officials informed the media that the couple had connections to Metro Detroit. Hardwick mentions her roots in Pontiac on her Facebook page. Hold on to your seat, because the plot gets more intricate. The mystery surrounding the car crash was further complicated by the presence of another woman inside, a third one. She sustained injuries in the aftermath of the collision and was sent to a nearby hospital. The state police interrogated the 34-year-old woman, who was a passenger in the front seat of the car when it crashed. Her identity remained under wraps. It would reveal if she emerged as a victim or a key witness. However, if the charges were indeed brought against her, the suspense over her identity would be lifted after the trial. Originally set up to help in ELENI's search, a GoFundMe page will now be used to help her daughter. Family and friends are struggling to deal with the deep sorrow that ELENI's passing left behind. The thought of someone stealing such a lovely mother from her daughter breaks their hearts. She was a lovely mother to a 6-year-old daughter, and now the small child has to learn how to live without her mother. In the words of her family members, ELENI was the bond that bound them all. Erica Downing from the Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Center in Murfreesboro expressed deep sadness. She said that it's tough to witness someone lose their life, especially in a situation involving domestic violence. She emphasized that situations similar to ELENI's are far too common and that she often has to deal with this painful truth.